So since the heavily anticipated Madam Web comes out next week, I thought I should rank all the Sony Spider-Man Spider-Verse movies that have come out. So yeah, let's go over them. I've not seen all of them though, which is kind of weird for me to do this ranking, but yeah, we have like a have not seen ranking right here. So yeah, I'm gonna rank all of them. Starting off with I guess the first one, which is Spider-Man, the original Sam Raimi Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. So yeah, everyone loves this one, of course. Like it was the one of the first superhero movies that really just hit back in the day, like in whenever it came out, 2000 something. I forget what year it came out, but yeah, Spider-Man, great. Willem Dafoe's the Goblin, great. I mean, all of it's really good. I'm not gonna put it in S tier though. I think this is the A tier for me though. I think it's A tier because, yeah, I feel like it doesn't go all the way to being like an S tier movie. Maybe back in the day. I think back in the year it came out or around then, I probably would have put it in S tier. But we've seen so many better superhero movies since then, and even better Spider-Man movies. And I think probably one of the critiques for this is Willem Dafoe wearing like the goblin helmet. That just looks all weird, like kind of quirky, whatever. It just doesn't fit. And I love that they fixed that in No Way Home, where he just smashes the helmet and goes with his normal face, because that's pretty much like his normal face is goblin-esque. So like I'm not like I'm not trying to like say Willem Dafoe's ugly, but he's cool. He's cool. I think just the way he looks works. So yeah, let's just stop talking about that. And Willem Dafoe's great. But yeah, let's go Spider-Man 2 now. So Spider-Man 2, great with Alfred Molina's Doc Ock. I mean, everything from this movie I think is just great. And I think it just tops the first Spider-Man movie. So yeah, I think Sam Raimi just he did a great job with this one. And yeah, did a better job. So I think for Spider-Man 2, I'm going S tier. So yeah, this is our first S tier Spider-Man movie from this bunch. So yeah, and then Spider-Man 3. So Spider-Man 3, pretty much a different story from the first two Spider-Man movies because, yeah, not a lot of work about this. I mean, you can go to the dance scene, of course, and that's cringeworthy, but I kind of get a kick out of that. And I feel like with this movie, while I don't really think it's as good as the first two movies, and I wouldn't even call it a good movie, is that I still would go back and watch it because it is part of that trilogy, and like it offers closure. And of course with James Franco being like the new Goblin or whatever, the Green Goblin 2, whatever. I don't even know where they call him, but just the Green Goblin or whatever. But yeah, some of that stuff was really weird. I mean, yeah, all that love triangle, I don't know. But yeah, this is not, I wouldn't say it's a good movie, but I wouldn't say it's like a terrible movie. I know people would say it's a terrible movie, but I wouldn't say it's terrible. But I would still probably put it in maybe the D range. Like I want to go C, but I feel like that's being too generous. So I would probably go D. So yeah, that might be actually too harsh, but I don't know. It's right there. If I would give it, like I would probably give it like a D plus or C minus, but right now I would give it like a D. And then we go to the Amazing Spider-Man, the first Andrew Garfield one with I forgot the director's name, but yeah, with Andrew Garfield, I think he's a really good Spider-Man. For Peter Parker, I don't know. I'm kind of mixed with him being Peter Parker, but with Spider-Man, I think he's really good. I think he's a better Spider-Man than Tobey Maguire, but Tobey Maguire is a better Peter Parker. I mean, they're both good as Spider-Man, but I think just Andrew Garfield's a tad better. I probably like him the best out of all three, with him, Tobey Maguire and Holland. So yeah, but the first Amazing Spider-Man movie, I think is solid. I think it's a solid movie. I would probably give it a B. So I think it's a B. It's not like the best, but I think it's solid. It's a solid start for the Amazing Spider-Man movies, which they're probably going to go for more movies, but they only end up making two. But yeah, I like Amazing Spider-Man movies with him, and also with the relationship with him and Gwen Stacy, Emma Stone in the movie. And of course they really dated, so of course you're going to get that chemistry. So yeah, I thought the relationship really worked well in the Amazing Spider-Man movies. So Amazing Spider-Man 2, like, man, it just went the other way for me. This is not, I wouldn't say this is a good movie. With Jamie Foxx as Electro, that did not work out. And yeah, and even bringing him back in No Way Home, I'll probably talk about that more, but that also kind of didn't work out either. But I think he was better in there. And of course with the Dane DeHaan as the Green Goblin at the end. I'm like, I feel like he would make a better Green Goblin in a better written movie, but for this, they just rush it so much. And then of course, with spoiler alert, I'm not gonna say, but yeah, what happened at the end, with like that being really emotional, that kind of brought it up because it was like, man, that's such a great scene. I just feel like, man, this movie could have been better. But yeah, but Amazing Spider-Man 2, not even as close as being as good as the first Amazing Spider-Man movie, and that's not even the best. I would probably give Amazing Spider-Man 2 also a D. Like I can't go in F range, but yeah, I think that goes in D with Spider-Man 3. And then going down to No Way Home, the first MCU Spider-Man. I think this was a really good start to the Tom Holland Spider-Man with him being in the MCU, coming off of Civil War. So I thought, yeah, it was really good. And Michael Keaton coming in, playing the Vulture. I thought that like he was really good in it. It really showed he had a good motivation, and it was more kind of like a street level kind of villain, but he did have a good motivation to him. I thought he was good in the movie. He was really good as the villain. So I thought, yeah, he was good. And Tom Holland coming in. I think Tom Holland's a really good Spider-Man. I feel like he meets in the middle where I think, like where I said before, where Tobey Maguire is a better Peter Parker and Andrew Garfield's a better Spider-Man. Like I feel like Tom Holland meets in the middle for me, where yeah, he's a good Peter Parker. I think he's a really good Spider-Man. So yeah, I like where they began with Spider-Man Homecoming, and also Zendaya. The relationship with Zendaya starting in here, I thought was really good. So I would give Spider-Man Homecoming an A. So yeah, that goes an A for me. And then we go to Venom. So yeah, Venom. Like I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of conflicted a little bit because the character. I think the Venom as a character is cool in the movie or in like the two movies. And I kind of like Tom Hardy, even though it's a little silly at times. But the movies aren't good. In my opinion, the movies aren't good. I know a lot of people like the Venom movies. I just think like they're not good. I have fun with them a little bit. The first Venom movie, I think, kind of sucks pretty much because there's a really like the villain is not that great in the movie. I think one of the villains, kind of is what's his name from Rogue One? I forgot his name, but he played the Bodhi in Rogue One. But he's a great actor, but what they gave for him in the movie being the villain in this, it just did not work out. So yeah, I think Venom, for me, the first Venom kind of goes in the F range. Yeah, I would give it an F because I'm just not a big fan of the first Venom movie. So yeah, either of the Venom movies really. And let's go to a movie I am a fan of, and that's Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse. Yeah, check out the shirt I'm wearing. So yeah, Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse. First one, really great. I think the first one's really great. And yeah, everything about it from it being like Miles, who's being the main character in this, but bringing in other Spider-Man, of course, with like Peter Parker and all the other ones, Spider-Man Noir with Nicolas Cage. But yeah, all that from like Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, I think just hit it so well. And it was kind of a surprise because it was like they're gonna make an animated Spider-Man, and I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna really care about that, but just what they did with it is great. So I would put it in S if I can get S up there. So yeah, not an A. This goes to S because it's superior. So yeah, Spider-Man and Spider-Verse S. Spider-Man Far From Home. I think this one's solid. Like I won't say it's the best. When the movie came out, people were saying this is the best Spider-Man movie ever and top Spider-Man 2. And when I saw it, I was like, okay, no, it's a solid movie. I like Jake Gyllenhaal playing Mysterio in it. I thought it was good. And of course, Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury in it. I thought it was cool too. So yeah, with this one, I just want to put it in B. It's like not the best, but it's still a solid Spider-Man movie. I like it. And yo, Venom, Let There Be Carnage. So with this one, I would say I like better than the first Venom movie just because you have Woody Harrelson as Carnage. Was it Cletus Cassidy? So yeah, he was good. He was good. I would say in a very like silly way. I thought I feel like he brought what was needed in the first movie, which like an entertaining villain. But I feel like the movie's still not good. And Andy Serkis directed it too, and I like Andy Serkis. And I feel like this is probably more of like a studio movie, so he's probably directing it. He probably directed it under like Sony's like supervision, and yeah, he probably did the best he could do with it. And yeah, I think it's better. I think it's better than the first one, as I said. It's more entertaining, and yeah, I can't put it in up like above C or whatever. I would put it in D because I'm not a big fan of the movie, but I think it's better than the first Venom movie. I know some people may see it differently. They might put a Venom in like the A or B or even S tier, but for me, D and F. That's where I have the Venom movies. So yeah, now we go to Spider-Man No Way Home, which brought all three Spider-Man together. Spoiler alert. Like if you've not seen the movie, you know what happens by now. You know the other the all three Spider-Man are in it, or you just don't care. But just to bring Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield into this, I thought was great. And yeah, everything about it was, I think, really solidly good. I wouldn't say it's an S tier movie though. Like I wouldn't say S tier because watching it again multiple times, I'm kind of like, okay, the story is not like the strongest, and we have like a bunch of villains and a bunch of characters in it. Usually it gets a little overstuffed, like bringing Willem Dafoe back as the Goblin. I thought was great, and Alfred Molina as Doc Ock, and Jamie Foxx. And I said Jamie Foxx, like I feel like he still doesn't work in here because I feel like he's kind of phoning it in this movie, or he's not written well in this one. But I still kind of like seeing him in it, and then of course with like two other villains like the Lizard, I think, and Sandman, which I think they were in it. They didn't have a big part in this one, but they were still in it. So but I think the highlight of this one is just to have all three Spider-Man together. I thought it really just hit it. They really hit it out of the park in that aspect. And yeah, I would give it an A. I wouldn't say it's an S, but I would say No Way Home is an A for me. And now let's go down to Morbius, which I have not seen. So I'm going to put it in the have not seen slot right here. So I was like, when it came to theaters, I passed on it because I was like, yeah, I don't care about this. I don't care about Morbius. Seen a movie about Morbius. And I was like, I'll wait till it comes on like digital or whatever. I'll watch it somewhere. And I just never did. And yeah, I don't know. I'll probably watch it one of these days because the memes are like hitting with this, with it's Morbin time. And they even put it back in theaters. That was so stupid that Sony like thought because the memes that this would hit well when they put it back in theaters, which it didn't. So yeah, it's funny, but I have not seen it, so I really can't have an opinion about this. But I just thought, okay, this movie doesn't look good, and people have said it's not good. So yeah, I really can't have an opinion, but I just gotta put it there. And lastly, let's go to Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. And man, yeah, this one was great. This one was absolutely great. Saw it the first day it came out, and I think it hit it out of the park. For me, I think it's the best it's the best Spider-Man movie up there with Into the Spider-Verse. And it's not even a complete story because, yeah, they left you up with kind of like a cliffhanger. And I thought, okay, we're really gonna take this into Beyond the Spider-Verse, which, yeah, hopefully tops Across the Spider-Verse. I have a feeling it will. I think this is gonna be like one of the best trilogies ever. I'm definitely not putting this in C, but I'm gonna go all the way to S, as I can't scroll all the way up. But yeah, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, just a great movie. I bought this shirt right after seeing the movie because I loved it. So yeah, and I can't wait for Beyond the Spider-Verse. But yeah, everything about it, the animation is so unique in it, and the characters, just having Gwen Stacy being an integral part of this story, or she was in the first one, but they made her a bigger part of this one. I think she's pretty much a lead character in the second one, and then they even started it. Like they give you like a 15-minute like an opening with her character, which I thought was great. So yeah, everything about it, Across Spider-Verse, I thought was great, and I'm pretty sure Beyond Spider-Verse is probably gonna go in here too. So yeah, I can't wait to see that. As I said for like the third time, I think. So yeah, but Across Spider-Verse is S tier for me. You know what? I'm gonna rank these as like this will be number 1, number 2. So yeah, and then let's see, Spider-Man. I think I have that one right. I'll put this one ahead of right here. I would say Far From Home is probably better than the first Amazing Spider-Man. So yeah, I would put that one there. I feel like I can go back and forth with these on which is better, but I'm gonna put Amazing Spider-Man 2 ahead of Spider-Man 3. And of course, Venom and Morbius right there. So yeah, Venom F. Have not seen Morbius, but yeah, that's my ranking. That's my ranking of the Spider-Man movies in Sony. And where will Madam Web go? I don't know. It's probably gonna go in like D or whatever, or F. Seeing that, it doesn't look that good, but I'm still probably gonna see it. I want to give my opinion on it, so yeah, I'm curious of it. But yeah, what do you rank all these Spider-Man movies? Do you agree with my ranking right here? So yeah, tell me down below, where would you rank all these? Because I know they're probably gonna be different in your opinion. So yeah, tell me down below. And Until next time, I'll see you all later. Rebel out.